So today we're going to be testing and reviewing some brand new affordable makeup for over 50. I've got the new blush from Morphe, I have a new mascara from Maybelline, as well as some other things from WetNWild and NYX. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. I am so excited because I had no idea some of these products had launched, especially this new mascara from Maybelline, the Fireworks mascara. I was at Target yesterday and I was walking through the makeup aisle and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many affordable makeup products here. I just kind of loaded up my cart and went my merry way. I also picked up the new Morphe Huephoric Rush Silk 3-in-1 Silk Blush. I picked up 2 shades, so I can't wait to dive into a look. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now I did purchase a new foundation. Well, it's not new for me, but it's really, really good and super affordable. I'm talking about the WetNWild Tinted Hydrator. I have about 3 tubes of these. Since I got somewhat of a tan, I wanted to revisit this foundation. Now it is loaded with skin-loving ingredients like squalane, hyaluronic acid, and it's just an all-around affordable, fantastic foundation. Now you know I love the new Niacinamide skin tint, but I thought it would be fun to revisit the Tinted Hydrator. It literally retails for $5.99. So affordable. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my complexion with, of course, the WetNWild Prime Focus Primer Serum. But it's such a great pore smoothing primer. It has bakuchiol and it really makes your makeup last all day long. You need a tiny bit. I'm just gonna apply it right through there, smooth everything out. While this is settling into my complexion, I wanted to talk about these new Huephoric Rush 3-in-1 Silk Blushes from Morphe. I don't purchase a lot of Morphe makeup, but these look so beautiful and so intriguing. It's supposed to blur your pores and also hydrate at the same time. So I can't wait to jump into these. They had so many beautiful shades, but I picked up the shade Intoxicated, but look how cool that is. Isn't that unusual? This feels so balmy and silky. This is a gorgeous shade. Okay, so I just want to swatch this. I'm just curious. I haven't bought a new blush in so long. That is absolutely beautiful. Very silky and balmy and soft. This is Leisured. Where do they come up with these names? Honest to God. This is supposed to be a warm pink. Ooh, that is like a Barbie pink. That's really pretty. Look how pretty that is. Now that the primer has completely absorbed in my complexion, I can't wait to revisit the Tinted Hydrator from WetNWild. And I haven't even swatched it yet, but hopefully this will be a good shade for me. This is medium tan. Let's go ahead and swatch it. Now I am very familiar with this Tinted Hydrator. Ooh, medium tan. This might work. We'll see. It does offer beautiful light to medium coverage, because it is a tinted hydrator. You're not gonna get full coverage with this, but it just does something really magical and pretty on the skin. I ain't gonna lie, it's got a weird scent to it. I've always noticed that about this foundation. For the price point of $5.99, you simply cannot beat it. It really is really smoothing and hydrating on the skin. And if you're new to my channel, I do have normal to dry skin, hyperpigmentation, melasma, redness, pores, texture. This performs almost like a high-end foundation. I just recently reviewed the brand new Soft Glam e.l.f. Satin Foundation. You guys, I'm so obsessed with that foundation. If you missed that video, I'll be sure to put it down in the description box below, but truly impressed with that $8 foundation. There are so many affordable makeup products out there. Sometimes we forget about them, but this one has always been at the top of my list. Oh yeah, this is performing exactly how I remember. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn down my lights so you can see what type of coverage we're getting. See, light coverage, light to medium coverage, very lightweight, very comfortable. Like I said, it does come with skin-loving ingredients like squalane, as well as hyaluronic acid. So if your complexion leans a little bit on the drier side, you may really love this Tinted Hydrator. Now, for concealer, I'm gonna pull out an oldie but goodie. I love the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer with the Murumuru, the butter. But this is such an amazing, affordable concealer. It almost compares and reminds me of the Say Slip Tint concealer. It's very reminiscent of one of my current favorite concealers, which is much more expensive. Beautiful formula. They're both very thin and almost like a serum. This is a very affordable concealer. I'm just gonna put a tiny dab here and right there to lift. It comes with its own sponge, but you know, I never use the sponge. I just like using the heat of my fingertips to tap that in. So let's go ahead and blend that out. Ooh, I should have got a different shade. Concealer is on. Everything's looking smooth, everything's brightened up, especially under the delicate under eye area. For bronzer, I'm gonna dive into the Catrice Sun Melted Cream Bronzer. I've been loving this ever since I picked it up a few weeks ago. It is $7. However, I did order the new NYX Buttermelt bronzer, so that will be featured in an upcoming video. I hope you will tune in for that. I've been really enjoying this cream bronzer. It is so pretty on the skin. I'm just gonna take it on a brush. And this is in the shade Beach Babe. Beautiful. So seamless on the skin. Love this cream bronzer from Catrice. Now, oh my gosh, I can't wait to test out these new Huephoric Rush 3-in-1 blushes from Morphe. I also want to test out the NYX Buttermelt blush. These retail for $10 each, and they come in so many beautiful shades. There was a couple of shades that I really wanted, but they were already sold out at Ulta. I want to swatch it. It does feel super silky, and by the reviews that I read, they are very pigmented, so we may have to go in with a light hand, but let's swatch for the Butta. Oh, that's pretty. It definitely has a sheen to it. I'm really intrigued about the shade Intoxicated, so I'm just gonna take a tiny bit. Oh, that is super creamy. That might be too much. Just kind of dot it. That might be too much. Oh my goodness. It's definitely a plummy color. I'm just gonna wipe my fingers off the excess and just kind of tap it in with my fingers. The reviews on this have been very positive, like it lasts a long time, super hydrating, pigmented, but also can be sheared out. I think that's the look we wanna go for during the warm, hot summer months. You know, you want your makeup to be sheer, but also pretty at the same time. That is absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's pretty. You can definitely build up the pigment. You can definitely shear it out if you need to. Very easy to work with, but will it be sticky throughout the day? Okay, so I'm gonna be lopsided here, and I wanna try on this side of my face the Buttermelt blush from NYX. The reviews on this have been mixed. A lot of people are kind of upset when they actually see the true shade in the store, like it's way too deep, and this was one of the blush colors that were mentioned. I'm just gonna take a fluffy blush, a fluffy brush. Ooh, oh, tap off the excess, and then tap off the excess on the back of my hand. So you already can see that pigment right there. And then let's just lightly, oh my gosh. Maybe take the side of my brush where I didn't get all the color on there. That definitely packs a punch, maybe too much punch. That is definitely pigmented. And I tapped it on the back of my hand, I tapped the brush, and still, wow. You definitely need to use a light hand with this particular blush because it is, compared to this one. Let me take a brush and just kind of shear it out. Okay. That's much better. We've got our blush on. I'm not sure which blush I prefer just yet. This seems like it's drying down, thank goodness. It's really beautiful, but what I wanna do next is I wanna go ahead and pop on an eyeshadow look, and then we're gonna test out the new Firework mascara from Maybelline. I think it's supposed to have like the same formula as the Lash Sensational mascara that went completely viral. But yeah, let me go ahead and do a quick eye look, and then we will test out this mascara. eyes are done. I just did a really simple eyeshadow look. Do you remember when this came out, the e.l.f. Mint Melt Eyeshadow Quad? You guys, I didn't like it back then, but for some crazy reason, I wanted to do like a cool, almost green look. It looks almost iridescent, like a mermaid. And I think I love this iridescent green. Sometimes it's just fun to switch it up. But let's check out the new Maybelline mascara, Fireworks. It has a super spark brush, 360 lash by lash impact, full flare. And it does come in a waterproof formula. So I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and let's look at the wand tip applicator. Yeah, it's very similar to the Lash Sensational wand tip applicator. Very flexible. So let's go ahead and apply it and see. This actually got really rave reviews on the Maybelline website as well. It's not supposed to clump. It's supposed to really separate your lashes. So far, okay. And as far as flaring out your lashes, I do that anyway. I just kind of like to brush them in that direction. Brush them out at an angle. I kind of like these wands because they're small enough to get in there, but it's dispersing the product very well. And as you can see, I'm just taking the tip of it, just flaring it out myself. I feel like, you know, the stopper where it's supposed to stop the wand tip applicator from exiting the component, it's not doing a really good job of, yeah, it's not, there's a lot of product on here. Wish me luck. Let's try the other eye. Wow. Okay, did you notice on this eye how clumpy it's getting? Because I believe it's the stopper. It's not cleaning off the brush like it should. First coat was really nice and smooth, not clumpy at all on my right eye. But then on the left side, because of the stopper, it's getting clumpy. I'm gonna add a little bit more on this side just to thicken them. What do you think, guys? Can you tell a difference? I noticed that right away. The stopper is not really pull. Look how, oh gosh, look how gloppy that is. Ugh. I like the formula. Just fix the component. I think it's too loose. I think it could get very messy very fast. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best mascara I've tried. I think it would be better if they improved, like I said, the stopper. But that's just me. That's my opinion only. I want to go ahead and set my under eye area with probably the best loose translucent powder that's affordable, that just looks seamless on mature skin. It's actually from Hard Candy. I got it at Walmart. If you've been a part of my channel for a while now, you know this is one of my holy grails. It's just like fairy dust. It's so light. It's so pretty. It's so finely milled. It's crazy. And it's supposed to have some sort of chilling effect. I don't feel it chilling, but like I said, it is super finely milled. Look at that. Ooh, I'm gonna take it on a flat brush and just kind of tap it off the excess. But this is fantastic for setting under your eyes, setting through your most porous areas right through there. It really blurs and just looks so good on the skin. I'd forgotten how good this is, and I believe it's under $10, but I'll be sure to put all the links to the products down in the description box below. Now, if you do click on those links, it does help out my channel a little bit, but if you don't, that's okay too. If you're looking for an affordable, beautiful translucent powder that's gonna set your face all day, keep your makeup intact, I highly recommend the Chilling Wonder Sheer Envy Loose Powder. Definitely one of my holy grails. Not a lot of people talk about it either. Now, for lips, I'm gonna go in with e.l.f.'s Oh Satin Face lipstick in the shade Standing Ovation. This is such a beautiful creamy lipstick that's hydrating as well. Very silk, very soft, very creamy on the lips, and these retail for $10. Kind of pricier on the e.l.f. side, but it is a high quality, in my opinion, lipstick that's absolutely beautiful, and it has great longevity as well. I want to top it off with a little gloss. I could just get away with wearing lip oil. I would. You should see my collection of lip oils. It's almost scandalous. I just love the look, the feel, how it has just barely there pigment, but it's also hydrating on the lips. So let's go ahead and throw this on. And then to go ahead and seal everything in, I want my complexion, my makeup to last all day because like I said, it's going to get super hot here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set the whole face with, of course, the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray from e.l.f. This has been a lifesaver for me. Let that melt into my complexion so all the powders, all the creams will become one. And here we are with the final look. I think this look is definitely out of my comfort zone. I kind of wanted to go with a light summery look. I think the eyeshadow is really pretty. It's giving me mermaid vibes, just a hint of iridescence. I think it's pretty. I think it's fun. And then the blush, of course, I love the shades of rose. It just looks so natural on the skin. And of course, the lip is a nice combination of e.l.f.'s products, of e.l.f. the Satin lipstick, as well as their lip oil. And I'm ready to give you my opinion on some of these products. I know this is just a first impression. Normally, I like to test out makeup products over and over and over just to make sure they work for our mature skin. But sometimes it's good to get a first impression, and I will definitely be testing these on the sideline to make sure they do work. But I don't know, it was kind of fun to test it out on first impressions. Let's talk about the Morphe Huephoric Rush 3-in-1 Silk Blush. Now remember, this retails for $15. I picked a couple of these shades up from Ulta. It's supposed to be hydrating. It's supposed to have like collagen as well as shea butter and a lot of good hydrating ingredients. At first, I was very worried because it is so creamy and balmy to the point where I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to just create a hot melted mess on my skin. It feels like butter. It really does. Like if you left butter out at room temp and you're just smearing butter all over your face. But once you apply it, it really does dry down. I love how you can shear it out or build up the pigment. And now, since it's been several minutes, since it's been almost half an hour, it has dried down and it doesn't feel super tacky. So I like the ease of that. Super easy to work with. Now, as far as the NYX Buttermelt Blush, you guys, you saw how much I tapped off my brush, how I tapped the excess on the back of my hand. This is super pigmented. This is not for the faint of heart. If you're looking for pigment, this is probably going to be right up your alley, but you have to use an extremely light hand. It doesn't represent well online, so if you are interested in these blushes, I suggest going to Ulta, swatching it, making sure it's going to suit your complexion, your skin tone, but I don't feel like it lays that smoothly. It was difficult to work with, so I don't know. But like I said, that's my first impression. I'll continue to work with this blush and see if it gets any easier, but it's definitely a learning curve. You definitely have to use it sparingly. So let's talk about the Firework Mascara from Maybelline. Love the packaging, super cute. However, like I said, the component itself, it is not pulling off the product. You are left with a gloppy mess that could lead to clumping. I love the formula. It's a nice, smooth, thin, wet formula that you can definitely build up the lashes. I don't mind the wand tip applicator. It's super flexible. You can get into your lashes. However, this is a brand new tube of mascara. Look how messy it is already. Which is a shame. If they just made that opening a little bit tighter so you can pull off some of the excess product, I think this would be a really good mascara. As far as revisiting the WetNWild Tinted Hydrator, it's a classic, it's affordable, it's beautiful. It doesn't come in a lot of shades, which is a huge caveat. However, I used to think this was my favorite drugstore foundation, but there's a new one on the horizon, you guys. Can you guess what it is? Like I mentioned, I do like testing out products over and over to see for consistency, for performance, for longevity. And even though I reviewed some products a couple weeks ago, doesn't mean I stopped using them and moved on to other things. I will be doing a roundup of my favorite drugstore makeup at the end of the month, and I hope you will join me for that. There's gonna be a lot of surprises in there, that's for sure. So what do you think, guys? Are you thinking about picking up any of these affordable drugstore makeup products? Let me know down in the comments if you like first impressions. I had fun, and I hope you did too. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah, mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.